We have a rare opportunity upon us. This weekend is the first weekend in a while where there's no big, gigantic release coming out. Sorry, Sisu. It's a bit of a break as we lead into the start of summer with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, then the gates open back up and we got movie after movie again. Now, don't get me wrong, I love big movies. One of them is on this list. But in the slew of Jonathan Wickersons and Threeds and Jumpmen, we've also gotten some great quiet affair that I really think is worth your time to jump into this weekend. And those movies are... Ben Affleck brings Alex Cerny's smart script to life with an energetic telling of Nike's quest to get the best of the best. Airs as close as you can get to perfect with the movie. Stellar performances, show-stopping monologues, and Chris Tucker.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Every single person in my theater was holding their gut with laughter when this man was on screen. Chris Tucker is a national treasure. He's a little hard to find sometimes, but when you locate him, you're all the richer for it. I love that there's no fat on this movie either. Every piece matters and it never leaves you in a lull waiting for more. And I like how this movie explores the dire straits Nike went through to acquire Jordan, the human cost that was on the line. Airs a sharp little story about the brilliant people who carved the path for a legend to shine. If you want to see some of the best talent in the industry bringing their A game, I highly recommend you go see this movie this weekend.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Boom Talk. Today, teaching myself to make a homemade blasting cap.
How to Blow Up a Pipeline. Not only is this movie a handy dandy instruction guide,
FBI, open up!
it's also a tense environmentalist thriller that'll leave your heart pumping like an Olympic runner. How to Blow Up a Pipeline tells the story of 8 individuals determined to blow up a Texas set pipeline in a more direct action to stand against the growing climate crisis. This movie is incredible. It feels like a great heist movie from the word go, and the cast of characters assembled here feels so real in their reasons for doing what they're doing. Some have gotten sick from being around these plants, some have lost loved ones from the same, some have had their land stolen, some are just fighting due to the fact that the planet that they are inheriting is slowly being poisoned to the point of being uninhabitable. And yes, there is work being done to avoid that, but is incremental change too slow? Does the government need to see something bigger? Most of these characters think so, and the others, while they're still there helping out, have some reservations because an attack like this does also hurt actual people. That's the line this story toes while also being a highly entertaining movie about bombs and booms. If you're in the mood for a great thriller about our times, go see this one. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Honor Among Thieves is one of the best movies I have seen all year and the best blockbuster thus far. It's a rollicking adventure with a great band of ne'er-do-wells who all bring something different to the table that keeps the wonderful action fresh. There's shapeshifters, there's magic, there's a brawler, there's a wonderful swordsman, and there's a guy who uses his loot as a weapon. It's magical. And their character arcs are fun as well, overcoming their anxieties, their losses, getting out of their own way, believing in failure, believing that that failure can get you to results. It's an excellent game that we get to follow over 2 hours, and just like Air, this is a lean, mean movie machine. Every second is used to push our characters forward in their narratives, and when we do stop, it is a needed pause to learn a little bit more about them. John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein know how to do simple but memorable. This is a story you've seen before, but it's told in such an innovative, funny, and sincere way. Daley and Goldstein are now 2 for 2 when it comes to their directorial efforts. I can't wait to see what they do next. Much like...
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret is Kelly Freeman Craig's follow-up to Edge of 17 and the first adaptation of this 1970 classic. And for the first adaptation, it is a pretty damn good movie, I must say so myself. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord, it's a good movie. Yes! Craig's last film, Edge of 17, was one of my favorite movies of that year, and it has become one of my favorites of all time. It was a well-welcomed, well-put-together coming-of-age movie that I found super relatable and incredibly enduring. Happy to say her newest film is a solid one. This is a book I've heard a lot about over the years, but I've never actually known the plot. What it is about is a 12-year-old girl coming into her adolescence and her choice in deciding what religion to join. Jewish, Christian, or nothing at all. She's also dealing with her changing body, a new school, new friends, and all the ups and downs that comes with that. I really liked seeing her struggle, how she has to cope with trying to fit in with new friends, her new feelings, and how she goes about trying to discover if she's at all religious. She goes to she goes to the temple with her grandmother, and she goes to church with her friend, you know, just kind of dipping her toes into the pool of religion and seeing what sticks. But her parents, for reasons of their own, and reasons you'll find out if you see the movie, they really want her just to, you know, decide for herself when she gets older. This movie does a good job bringing you back to the age when everything feels so big. The car's out of control and you're just trying to grab the steering wheel to get to the lane that best fits you. But those roads are going to be bumpy along the way until you get to your destination. Did I just write a fucking highway metaphor? Anyway. It's so cool seeing Kathy Bates back on the big screen. She and Chris Tucker are two actors I gasp openly out loud in excitement to seeing their silver screen return. Also, Betty Safdie and Rachel McAdams
Watch Game Night
are along for the ride. Happy that Adams and Safdie still get something to do while playing the parents. McAdams in particular has a couple of fun and frightening dilemmas she has to deal with throughout the movie. And our star of the movie, Abby Ryder Fortson, is great in her first leading role. She does a fantastic job carrying the majority of the movie on her shoulders. I was wondering where I had seen her before, and then she said grandma, and I was like, oh my god, that's Cassie! Kelly Freeman Craig delivers another win in the coming-of-age genre with an adaptation of this sweet tale of identity and growing up. I like how she seems to be taking her time in between movies to find the right project because the quality of her work speaks to it. Not a lot of these movies get the big screen treatment anymore, so if you want to see more movies like this, or if you're just in the mood for a warm, funny family film with some depth,
please go check this one out.
Those are the movies I think you should see in this little lull of ours. I think all of them bring something different to the Cineplex. They all take advantage of their genres and make them shine in their own unique ways.